Right then, here we are, live. Now, see, I've got to, I hope you can see me. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to keep doing that for long because my back's not going to cope with it. But I'm going to start doing some, hopefully doing some live painting now. Now, normally I look at when I'm doing my lives, I look at the camera, the phone, which is what I'm doing now, and my voice picks up on the microphone. So it'll be interesting to see, and I'm now turning away from the camera, how well it picks up my voice. Right, masking tape. Now that masking tape, I won't be able to see comments either because I'm not looking at the screen. Masking tape, 3 different types of masking tape. Now this masking tape I bought online, and I thought it's one of those ones that I bought with a picture. I was misled by the picture. I thought I was buying several rolls of masking tape that size, and it turned up and they're all that size. So I thought I'd wasted my money, but actually this masking tape is quite handy because I use this board to paint on, and I don't mind getting paint on it, but I can use the masking tape to put around the edge of the canvas to just try and protect the board a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. Some masking tape down. Just check, give myself a bit of guidance as to where putting the mark. Yeah, it's going to be interesting doing it like this because I've no idea how it's coming out on the live, and I can't, when I'm normally recording the videos for how I used to do it, or how I normally do it, there's an autofocus function on the camera. And when you're doing live, I don't think there is an autofocus function, or I haven't found it. So it could be going in and out of focus, which won't help the finished video. But part of the experiment is I'm not doing it with a view to the finished video. I'm doing it as lives. Now, this is the masking tape I use for the edges I put on my canvases. No reason to do it, you don't have to do it. I just happen to like the way it looks to have a border around the edge. 25 millimeters, 2.5 centimeters. I bought these from Poundland in the UK. They come in a roll of 5 for, well, £1. Bought some in Tesco's that says it's 25 millimeters, and it isn't. It's a bit thinner, only marginally thinner, but enough to make a difference. I don't really use that one that much. This one, let me put some border on. Now, I've mentioned this before. This canvas is 10 by 10 inches by a company called Arteza, which is an American company. And they're not, it looks square, but they're not really, they're not 100% dead square. And when I'm putting the masking tape on, I just sort of guess. About that, that's about square. And then I do the rest of the 4 sides based on the first one. So they're going to be about there. Yeah, I'm already finding this interesting. You might not be finding it interesting. So I'm finding it interesting because even though I'm doing exactly the same as I normally do, you will be seeing that the process is a bit, and seeing that one's not quite right because I'm talking at the same time. Of course, I'm not doing what I normally do because I don't normally give a running commentary on what I'm doing at the same time. So there, that's about right. Is that border 100% square? No, it isn't. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check, actually, should have done this before I did it. These are the previous ones that are in the sort of in the series that I'm going to, hang on, that's the right way around, that I'm going to do for this time. So I want to make sure that the borders are about the same. Bit smaller than, borders are a bit smaller. That's about right. Close enough for rock and roll. Now, when I did this one, I didn't do a full white coverage first. I did this bit first and then the up and down bits, and realised that there were bits of canvas that I hadn't covered with paint. It's not a huge problem because it's a white base and it's a white canvas, but it does mean that in certain lights or certain elements it will show through that it's just the canvas. So this one, I did a white base first, so there's no bits of it that are just canvas. So that's what I'm going to do to start this one off. Put a white base on first. Now what I'm going to do, that's the right way up. I want the white base to be going that way, but just for a bit of fun, and I don't know, I like doing the cover when I'm doing coverage. I like going from side to side rather than up and down. So I've turned the canvas round. The paint I use is from Arteza, same company. It's as you'll see, it's a nice white, it's a nice thick glossy paint. I like the texture of it. So I'm going to spray some of the paint, I'm not going to spray anything at the moment. I'm going to squeeze some of the paint onto it. Now I need enough to cover the whole canvas. Don't know how much I'm going to need. In a way, it's better to put on less than I need than more than I need, so I'm not wasting paint. Right, that'll do for now. Interesting, the paint tube doesn't want to close. Hang on, give me a second. Click, got it shut. Don't worry, panic over. Right. Palette knife. Now these palette knives came in a pack of 5, I think, from a place called a shop called The Works, which you see on most high streets here in the UK. Cheap and cheerful, there's nothing fancy about it. And I'm going to stand up doing this bit. Now normally, you might have seen when I do the finished 10-minute videos, I like to leave that scraping sound on right at the start. I don't keep it on all the way through. Some painting videos I've seen do have that scraping noise behind the music all the way through. I just like to do it at the beginning, and then I silence it for the rest of the video. So get some quick coverage all the way over with the palette knife, right the way over the edges of the masking tape. Go over the masking tape and then back again from outside the masking tape, so I know that it's up to the line.